Namaste and welcome to the next lecture of Clinical Ayurved. We were discussing a clinical application of Dravya and we have just ended with the only first line of the shlok of the Guruji. Now we will move towards the second line and its clinical evaluation. What is the second line? Sangrahini Kashayoshna Lagvi Balyagni Deepani. Among these words, we have already evaluated the Rasavipas like Pitta Katu Kashaya. So, Kashaya, Ushna, Laghu are already we have written in our this Rasapanchak. Balya Agdidipani. Now, Agdidipan Karma, I have explained you when we have just discussed the way of Rasayan Karma. So, what is the first word we will evaluate today is Sangrahini. It is a grahi in action. When we have discussed karma vichar, we have discussed grahi in detail. Let us revise it shortly. What happens? This grahi karma is mainly in relation with the atisar. And what happens in atisar? There is vayu and jala dushti. Now remember, here vayu, I have told you that time that it is prerade chala. It is just a stimulant to the jala which has been vikrut in the body, maybe because of any ahar vihar etc. It is not today's subject. So what happens? This prakupit vayu gives stimulus to the dushit jala, and because of gati of vayu, this jala is brought in the koshtha. In koshtha, which bhava padartha is there? Jatragni. Now here jala is dushit jala and it is dominating one. So when it comes in the contact with the agni, it naturally produces jatragni mandya. Always remember, whenever there is agni mandya word, amotpatti is bound to be created. So this prakupit jala, which is bought in the koshtha by the vayu, when it comes in contact with the jatragni, it produces agni mandya. Obviously, amotpatti is formed. Now, these two steps or ghatana are formed in the grahani. Okay, jala is brought in the koshtha, in the grahani, agni mandya and amotpatti are formed. After this phenomenon, the gati of vayu is going on and on. So this prakupit vayu drags this jala or pushes this jala to the next organ, which is pakvashay. In pakvashay, which bhava padartha is there? Purish. So when this dushit jala comes in contact with the pakvashay, it makes the purish drava. So dravata to purish is the next phenomenon to happen. This happens in pakvashay. Still, the gati of vayu is going on. So it pushes this prakupit jala further, and after pakvashay, it is expelled out as a dravamula pravritti, and which is we known as atisar. So when Guruji is told as a grahi, it must work on all these steps of the samprapti. So what happens? First, you have to hetu parivarjan to stop the further vata prakop and jaladushti. Then here is agni mandya. We have already seen that by tikta ras, ushna virya, laghu rushya guna, it is agni vardha. So Deepan is Guruji is capable of Agni Deepan. By Ushna Virya, Tiktaras, again Laghu Ruksha Guna, which are against Ama. Pachan is also Guruji is capable of. And what is the Grahi Karma Vyakhya? Deepanam Pacharam Yasya Ushnatvat Drava Shoshakam. So, in Grahani, Guruji brings Deepan as well as Ampachan, and because of Ushna Virya, the Drava Purish is Drava Shoshan from the Drava Purish is formed, is also also Ruksha Guna, Shoshan Ruksha also helps to this function. So Deepanam Pachanam Yasyat Ushnatvat Drava Shoshanam. Deepanam Pachanam Yasyat Ushnatvat Drava Shoshanam Tachchagrahi. So all the steps of this Samprapti of the Atisar are taken care by the Guruji. So that's why it is Sangrahi. Now in which form you can give it? You can give it plain churna also, because you have nothing to balance it. As I said, Madhuripak is formed only when Agni is okay. It is already Agni Mandya, so Madhuripak is not going to form anyway, and all other Rasa Panchak other than Madhuripak are helpful to cure this Samprapti. Hence, you can give Guruchi Churna plain in Atisar with Anupan water jug or what you can think. Okay, so this is the Sangrahi Karma of Guruchi in Atisar. Now I told you that in general Grahi Karma is in relation with Atisar, but it is not so. It is applicable to the Chardi also. When there is Agnimandya, Amapati and Samachardi and Drava Amsha of the body is expelled in the form of Chardi, then also you require this Grahi Karma, and it is applicable in the case of Samachardi also. So always remember that Grahi Karma is applicable to Sam Atisar as well as Samachardi, and Guruji helps by this way of Deepan Pachan and Drava Shoshan in Atisar, or Drava Shoshan same way in the Chardi. So this is the clinical evaluation of Sangrahini Karma of the Guruji. There is next word in the slok, Sangrahini Kashayoshna Lagvi Balyagni Deepani. Agnipan, as I told you, Tiktaras, Ushnavirya and Lagurukshaguna. Balya. When we have discussed Jivaniya, Bruhaniya, Balya Karma, I have told you that Balya means gives strength to. It may be an organ, it may be a system, it may be a dhatu. So, Balaya Hitam, it gives strength to any organ. Balya Karma means any strotas or any particular dhatu. In this case, Guruchi is as by Tikta Rasa, and it is, as I told you, that it is Gamitva is on Ratta Dhatu and Asti Dhatu. It is very much gives strength to the Yakrut or liver because of Moolasthana of the Ratta Sotasi Yakrut, one of the Moolasthana. So it is Balya to the Ratta Dhatu, as well as by Tikta Rasa it is a very gives strength to the Asti Dhatu also. So as a Rasayan it works on all the steps what we have already seen in the last few lectures, but its Gamitva is to give strength to the Ratta Dhatu and Asti Dhatu predominantly. So this is the word about the evaluation of the Balya Karma, which is mentioned in the Shlok. Next is Doshatraya. What it means? It pacifies all three dosha, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. What precaution you should take if you want to use it as a Vata Shamak? Vatavardhak guna of Guruchi, Pitta Katu Kashaya Ras or Laghuruksha guna are to be balanced. Otherwise, Vata Shaman Karma will not be formed in a perfect way. So, what is the choice? As I told you, Anupan, Sanyog, Kalpana. So, you can use warm water by Madhur Rasa of water. You can balance Rasa, Titta to Kashaya by warm water, Ushna Jala. It will increase the Ushna Viryatva of Guruchi, and Jala is of Snigdha Guna, Guru Guna. So, Laghuruksha Guna of the Guruchi will be balanced. Similarly, for Pitta, you can use Ghruta, as it will use Madhura Rasatmak Ghruta, Madhuripaki, Shitavirya, which will balance the Ushnavirya of the Guruchi, and Snigdha Guna Ghruta will take care of, Snigdha Guru Guna will take care of other two Laghu Ruksha Guna. For Kapha dosh, you have to just balance Madhur Vipak, because all other Rasa Vipak, all other Rasa, Virya and Guna are good to pacify the Kapha. So you can use just Anupan Madhu, because Madhu is Kapha Guna by its Katu Vipak, so it will balance the Madhur Vipak of the Guruji. So this is the work on Doshatraya. We will see other works of Guruji and their clinical evaluation in the next lecture. Thank you very much.